first light, the 150-meter trap vessel clears the breakwater, aiming for deep water and a long haul. Hours offshore, the coastline fades, and the crew turns the deck into a trap factory for Maine lobster. On deck, steel traps are stacked like cargo, each one a baited promise waiting for the bottom. Hydraulics hum, gloves tighten, and every tool is staged for fast, repeatable trap work in rough spray. Below deck, the seawater hold sits cold and empty. Ice, circulation, and space reserved for the first live lobsters. Frozen bait blocks thaw on stainless tables, then get cut down into strong-smelling pieces that can last the soak. The bait has one job: draw Maine lobster close enough to find the funnel and commit to the trap.
Each trap gets a bait bag hung deep inside, where scent spreads, but the catch can't steal it quickly.
Ground lines are flaked in order, buoys checked twice, and the whole trap string is staged for a smooth set. With everything ready, the deck crew lines traps in sequence, keeping spacing consistent for the haul back. The set begins. Traps slide off the stern, the ground line runs, and the first buoy marks the start of the string. One by one, traps drop away in rhythm until the final buoy seals the liner position on the surface. Underwater, the string sinks through blue darkness, traps steadying as they fall toward the seafloor.
When the traps touch down, they settle in a row, funnels facing the current, and bait working silently. For a moment, the bottom stays quiet. Just traps, current, and the slow countdown of the soak. Then the first Maine lobster appears, antennae sweeping, reading the scent trail like a map. More lobsters gather around the frame, testing edges and circling the funnel mouth with cautious patience.
One large lobster commits, sliding through the funnel, easy in, difficult out by design, every time.
Inside the trap, the bait bag hangs out of reach, and the California spiny lobster catch stacks up in tight space. As the trap fills, claws banded later on, the lobsters jostle but remain contained by steel and mesh. A sleet shiver runs along the ground line, hinting that the string is getting heavy with life.
Above, the buoy angle changes and the line tightens. Small surface signals that the bottom is paying off. The crew powers up the hauler, ready to turn deepwater gear into deckside reality, trap by trap. The first trap rises on the hauler, dripping seawater, and the sorting table stands empty, about to explode.
The opener trap is decent, enough lobsters to set the pace, and enough work to keep hands moving.
Anything undersized gets separated fast, because the real money is in legal, heavy Maine lobster.
Bands snap onto claws, tags are counted, and the deck rhythm settles into a practiced industrial flow. Another trap hits the rail, water sheets off, and the table fills again before the last pile is cleared. Between hauls, the crew keeps the line organized, because one tangling mistake can ruin an entire string. Then a pack trap comes up, seawater erupts, and lobsters spill out in a sudden, heavy rush. Two men steady the trap frame while others clear the pile, keeping claws safe and product clean. Tub after tub fills with live catch, and the hold below starts to feel smaller with every drop. The hauler never stops. Each trap is a cycle of lift, dump, reset, and send it back to the stack. The sorting table becomes a moving grid. Measure, band, grade, and slide each lobster into the right tub. Steam rises from wet gear, boots slip on spray, but the crew stays locked into the same repeatable motions.
Every trap is checked for damage, funnel, escape vent, and ghost panel, because lost gear becomes ghost fishing.
From above, the deck looks like a factory floor. traps, tubs, lines, and men moving in tight lanes.
The catch is staged in rows, and the crew keeps a clear path to the hauler, avoiding dangerous snags.
When the sea lifts the stern, timing matters. A mistimed swing can smash trap frames and injure hands.
They adapt instantly. Short commands, hand signals, and a reset that keeps production rolling through the swell. One trap feels wrong, heavier than expected, so the crew braces, expecting either a jackpot or a problem.
The frame crests the rail and reveals oversized Maine lobsters stacked tight, the kind that rarely show up together.
It takes several hands to clear the pile, ban the claws, and keep the biggest animals from climbing free.
In close-up, the shell texture and thick claws confirm it. This is premium Maine lobster, alive and fierce. The biggest lobster gets separated and protected because a single cracked claw can cut value instantly.
Near the end of the string, some traps come up light, reminding everyone the ocean never guarantees a payout.
A few traps are nearly empty, but the total haul still climbs, tub by tub, toward a full hold.
Down in the hold, ice and seawater keep the catch stable, and tags track every batch without fancy tech. Paperwork starts early, counts, weights, and soak notes, because the sale begins long before the dock.
The last traps arrive with mixed results, and the deck crew checks temperature, water flow, and lid seals. With the best catch on deck, the crew pauses for one proud hero shot, proof of a rare giant lobster day.
Now it's recovery. Ground line is coiled, buoys gathered, and every trap is stacked back into storage order.
The deck clears fast, because a clean stow is the difference between safe transit and a rolling hazard.
Final checks lock the string down. Knots, straps, and hardware tightened until nothing can shift at sea.
Below, the live system is sealed, circulation set, ice balanced, and hatches dogged shut for the run home. Temperature is logged, oxygen flow confirmed, and the catch stays calm in darkness under the deck plates. They secure lids and baffles to prevent slosh, protecting product quality through the last miles.
Washdown begins. Seawater hoses, brushes, and squeegees erase the mess without leaving a trace of blood.
Lines are rinsed, tubs reset, and the deck returns to a neutral workspace, ready for the next cycle. With gear cleaned and secured, the crew finally breathes, watching spray fly past in steady daylight.
The vessel turns toward port under sunset colors, carrying Maine lobster and a full day of trap work.
By morning, the vessel glides into harbor, lines thrown, and the trip shifts from sea work to dock work.
Hatches open to reveal live tubs and chilled holds, and buyers can judge quality with one look.
A dock crane lifts the first loads, transferring the catch from the ship to shore without shocking the animals.
Each batch hits the scale, and weights are recorded fast, lot by lot, before anything warms up. Paper manifests follow the product, linking area, date, and trap gear type to every shipment. On the dock, tubs line up like inventory, waiting for the cold chain to take over. A refrigerated truck and live tank carrier arrive, and the handoff begins with hoses, straps, and strict timing. With doors sealed, the truck pulls away from the pier, keeping temperature stable for the plant run. At the processing facility, cold air rushes out, and receiving crews check loads by feel, not gadgets.
Manifests are matched, lot tags verified, and the catch moves straight into chilling or live holding.
Before processing starts, the product rests at the right temperature, protecting texture and sweetness for buyers.
Live sorting begins. Maine lobsters graded by size and condition, then routed to the right line.
After cooking, rapid cooling locks in texture, and excess water drains before packing begins today.
For meat products, shells are opened cleanly, and white lobster meat is separated without tearing it.
The picking line organizes everything: claw, knuckle, tail. Each portion kept distinct for consistent packs. Workers pick meat with practiced speed, removing shell fragments and checking every piece by hand.
Premium grade is set aside first, while smaller pieces become standard packs destined for kitchens.
Quality control focuses on color, smell, and texture. Lobster meat should stay pale and firm, never fish-like. A final rinse and drain keeps moisture balanced, so vacuum packs don't turn into watery soup. Portions are weighed, sealed, and staged in chilled trays, ready to become labeled product for shipping. The line tracks yield from each lot, turning live weight into sellable pounds with almost no waste. Before boxing, inspectors spot check seals and meat texture one more time, because returns cost more than care. Packing starts. Trays or pouches are vacuum sealed or gas flushed, then wiped clean for cold storage. Labels stay simple: species, harvest area, date, weight, and trap/pot gear. No brands, no barcodes. Cartons close, tape runs, and every box is stacked square so pallets won't shift in transit. Pallets are built, stretch-wrapped, and tagged, turning today's catch into standardized freight for trucks. Forklifts move finished pallets into cold rooms, where temperature is the final quality gate overnight. Inside, product waits in ordered rows, and rotation rules keep the newest boxes from jumping the line. The cold chain tightens, pallets slide into deep chill, and the clock slows to storage temperatures.
Aisles of stacked lobster products stretch away, and senior Latin American female staff confirm set points with thermometers and handwritten logs.
When an order drops, the right pallet is pulled, scanned by eyes, and moved straight to the loading bay. The reefer truck is pre-cooled. Doors open briefly, then sealed again as paperwork changes hands. Long-haul logistics takes over, highway miles or air cargo, keeping lobster cold from plant to city.
We have 20 cases for the wholesaler here.
All right, I've logged them. Moving this pallet now.
Delivery hits the restaurant back door, and cartons move into the walk-in cooler without ever meeting warm air.
In the walk-in cooler, the chef pulls a plain carton and opens it to trap-caught Maine lobster packs.
Packs thaw slowly over ice, preserving texture, while the kitchen sets up a clean, simple lobster station.
On the board, lobster meat is staged, opaque white, firm, and ready, while butter and herbs warm nearby.
Seasoning stays minimal: salt, pepper, butter, garlic, enough to lift sweetness without hiding the sea.
Heat does the rest. Meat turns brighter white and tender, while aromas fill the kitchen line.
The plate is built with restraint. Lobster, a simple side, and sauce, letting texture stay the headline.
Plates hit the pass, servers lift them, and the story leaves the dock for the dining room.
At the table, American diners taste the result: quiet approval that pays everyone back up the chain. A fork breaks the meat cleanly, showing firm, white fibers. Lobster, not fish, and not anything else. The menu notes it plainly: Maine lobster, trap caught. No pictures, no branding, just the facts. In the window's reflection, city lights flicker, and a distant ship silhouette reminds us this meal began at sea.